What's wrong?
You okay, mustache Steve over there?
So we're starting? That's how we're starting?
Yep. Yep.
So what does
Oh,
mustache
mu-
Steve even mean? I can't speak. I'm
I
having a
don't.
stroke.
I don't know. It just came to me.
First of all, with
Can you
that
just
giant fucking mug
Yeah, I'm
and
trying to
that
stay hydrated.
stash,
quite literally look like a gym teacher in high school? Right
yes, you need like those sweat shorts with
now. No, you
the
look.
high socks.
You look like you look like an offensive coordinator on the fucking sidelines.
Okay. Get this all out. By the way, we are starting. Welcome to Truly Chaotic episode 3. But yeah, get this all out. Keep going.
The new
Wait,
look
wait,
is
wait, wait.
just-
So for those of you just now joining and don't know the update, Phil
Mm-hmm.
messed up shaving his beard and he had to go full stash. This is what
mustache.
day 3 of stubble.
Yeah, day 3, and it's coming in pretty nice. Comes in pretty decent. So what happened was, because my shoulder's fucked right now. I don't know what's wrong with it. I got to go to the doctor with it. I was just like cleaning up the stray
First of all,
hairs.
he's giving excuses. What really happened was he was shaving his beard. He sharted and he put a little line in his beard, messed it all up, and now he's got the stash.
I just
Mhm.
think it's excessive that you shave the whole thing off because you cut a little bit of a line in it after you
No,
shave
Fill
it was
it
a-
in until the little
No, it
piece
was a
grows
bald
back.
spot. It was a bald spot.
Yeah, but
I
like
have
just let
bald
that
spots
fill
in
in.
my I have bald spots in my eyebrows. I take a
Same.
little pencil and
Okay,
fill
you're
them in.
talking about a beard and eyebrows, bro. Like, I have a whole regiment. Like, I was heartbroken. I was devastated. I was
I
so
just think
devastated.
I think that was excessive to shave the whole thing.
Stayed a bit dramatic, but not, out of the norm for you.
But if I was,
Dramatic,
Yeah.
I mean, I am dramatic, no?
clearly.
No, you are. But anyways, how was Canadian Thanksgiving?
Yeah, so we're recording today. We were supposed to record yesterday, but I had a bunch of family stuff to do. In Canada, it's the Canadian Thanksgiving. I will say you guys do it way better than we do.
Fuck yeah, we do. Wait, no offense to all the Canadians, but why is it earlier? Like, why is it different?
Well, so
have no
actually,
clue.
I read up on this today.
What's the history? Amanda, tell us.
So
Historian Amanda.
it's more about celebrating the time of fall and family and just getting together. They do the same kind of traditions that we do, except for they don't have like the Native Americans and things like that, like Plymouth Rock, like all that kind of history
What's
for
Plymouth
America.
Rock?
But they do the same
By the
kind
way,
of traditions.
have you guys ever seen a picture of what Plymouth
No,
Rock
but
is?
you've seen it, right?
Oh, the
What
first time
the
I
fuck
saw
is
it,
Plymouth Rock?
I almost had an aneurysm. Because you think of Plymouth Rock, that's where the Pilgrims came and had
Where
like,
they
the-
where
yeah,
they
it was-
landed
it's
and
where the
like they had
Mayflower. It was
yeah.
like and you think it's this big like boulder, right? Like when you hear of Plymouth Rock, it's a pebble, and it's literally like in this enclosure, it's a pebble. It's like literally like
No.
no, I'm dead serious. Like I'm bigger than
But
it.
what is this? Like, what is Plymouth Rock, guys?
I just fucking told you. I don't know.
You told
what
me
else
it's a
to tell you.
fucking rock. That's all I know.
No,
But like,
so-
what is the
so
history behind it?
When like
It's
when the
Neither of you know.
I don't.
listen, yes, when the people
No, I
from
do. I know the generalized.
England, yeah, like came over and whatever, this is like the meeting ground or place or whatever, I think, where they all kind of made friends and had like a big feast, right?
It sounds like a bunch of hoopla. It sounds like a bunch of fake
I don't know,
bullshit
it's
that
just
you're making up.
All I know is that this pebble is enclosed in a concrete enclosure with like steel rods, so no one can touch it. It's like sacred.
It's a
But
huge piece of history. Honestly, I haven't learned about it since I was in like 5th grade, so
Yeah,
I don't
honestly, I
really know
haven't
much.
either.
I know.
Okay. All
But
right.
it's a big piece of American history, I guess.
That's how big it is.
It's a big rock.
Stop it.
No, it's not. It's not a big rock.
Well, I mean, I feel like I'm the same with Kelsey. When you have this idea, like you're taught about it in school, you think of like a
You're thinking
massive
it's this huge
thing.
thing.
Yeah,
and
like
it's not.
a huge thing, and it's to see it. I don't know. Wait, is that where can we go see it? Like when I come to Boston? Or it's like
a
out
little
of
bit
the
of a
way?
drive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How
it's
far
a
is
little
it?
bit of a drive. Probably like an hour from the city.
Oh gosh.
That's fine. What else are we gonna do?
We have a lot of other things to do.
I have a whole event to set up. Like,
What? It's your birthday?
yeah, it actually is. Weird.
I just found out that I had to
The
dress up for
crack
your
in
birthday. I'm
your
pissed.
voice is funny.
You don't have to dress up, Phil. I told you have to wear something nice. Like, you don't have to go in your fucking Tweety PJs.
Why not? That's nice.
No, it's not. It just needs to be all black attire. And then you can figure out.
Do I get to pop out a cake still or no?
No, there's not gonna be a cake. There's gonna be like desserts, not cake.
What?
No.
I thought you were doing a cake.
I was going to, but then the logistics of it was too much. Because I'd have to do a
Understandable.
2-tier cake. It was a whole thing.
Yeah. It's a lot of people going.
Yeah. So, anyways, that's that. But
So we were talking about last episode. What was it? Love is Blind?
Yeah.
And I think one of us touched on love languages, was it?
I don't think we've touched on it yet. But I think
Well, so
that was
on
later in the episodes. They
I'm
touched
going to
on
be
it in
honest
the
with you.
episodes.
Have you guys even watched the rest? I haven't
No.
watched.
I'm all caught up.
I'm not.
waiting for the other one to come out.
I'm not. I've watched a few more, but
What
I'm
episode
not
are you
fully
on?
caught up. I didn't look. Like 5, maybe.
He's- The last time, if you haven't watched anymore, you said you were on episode 3. Or you
Yeah, no,
finished
I've-
episode 1 and 2. So you're
Yeah,
still on.
I'm
okay.
still. They're still in
Okay.
the pods. They're still in the pods.
Yeah.
Really, dude?
Yeah. But what's her face? Oh my god, what is her fucking name? Garrett and his girl met.
Which one's
Spoiler.
Garrett?
Garrett is the physicist.
Oh, yeah, the two.
They met.
Yeah.
And Tyler and it's not Monica, it's
I forgot.
Kayla?
I forgot.
Sarah?
Sarah?
Sarah or Kayla? I can't remember.
I don't know, but they met. So they're starting to meet each other.
Okay.
And then that's where I'm at. But I know who matches up with who. I've seen spoilers on TikTok, basically.
So here's my thing. On one of the episodes that I watched, I can't remember. He was the guy, he looked like he was like in the military, he had blonde hair, green eyes, and he matched up with a girl who was
Monica?
Yes, I think that's who it
Yes,
was.
Steven and Monica.
Way out of his league, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And so she's telling him, she's like, you said you were going to get me flowers. I just, like, basically, I could feel like, gift giving is one of her love languages, and she's like, I just want to feel appreciated and all this stuff. And he's like, well, how I feel about flowers, it's this and this. And I'm, you know what, it just got me, like, it made me want to like shake him, because I'm like, it doesn't matter how you feel about the flowers. Your girl is telling you she appreciates flowers. Go get her fucking flowers. I don't
100%.
care if they're gonna die in one day. If you know what I mean, like, if your partner is coming to you telling them, I like this is what I like, and you're like, no, this, like, no, honestly,
also
give
feel
me
like
the ick.
You shouldn't have to tell your partner like this is what I like. They should just know at that point. Although I get it's very sped up in this situation.
Yeah. I
Very
agree,
sped up.
but I am also a firm believer in speaking how you're feeling, right? So like,
for sure.
if I want my partner to do something that they're not doing, I'm not gonna like give them clues, right? I'm gonna say, hey, I like it when you do this, or I like it if you would do more of this. You know what I mean? It's like the women, in my opinion, women get upset because their men don't take the hints and take the clues, right? But you shouldn't have to give them clues. Like, if they're not getting it, tell them, speak up, be vocal, and communicate with that.
They never do get it, so
Exactly. So you might as well speak up anyway.
it goes right over their head every time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you guys something. We're fucking stupid as fuck. Like, you guys, like, we need like a
surprise, surprise.
Like,
we
we're
need
not.
like
We know this.
Yeah.
we need like a decrypted code to women, because we're just like, you know
Well,
what it is?
no,
We're dumb
it's
as fuck,
very
and we're simple.
simple.
But we're simple as fuck. Like,
Well,
we're
listen
dumb.
though. Here's
It's
the thing.
very simple.
Here's the thing though. I feel like you shouldn't have to have a code which I'm a girl's girl. I love, like, I'm all for the women, right? I'm a woman. However, I think sometimes women make it hard for men to get it right. Instead of just vocalizing and speaking how they feel and how they just wish that their men would know. And sometimes they don't know. You have to tell them.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate here because I am a real girl's girl. Okay.
Allegedly, yeah.
It's a struggle. I'm a girl's girl that's in the trenches out here in the dating world.
In
okay?
these streets, man.
You're not there anymore. And let me tell you, the dating pool is pretty much a small puddle at this point of decent men. Everyone else, questionable. So if I have to sit there and spell it out for you, every little thing, I'm like, you're not worth my time.
No, not every little thing. I agree. Not every, but if you're seeing a man, right? And these are things that you guys should talk about before, right? Like, what are your love languages? What would make you feel special, or how, you know what I mean? Things like that. Have those conversations. And then if they're not doing it, maybe bring it up and say, hey, I would like it if you would do this for me more, or, you know what I mean? And then at that point, if they still don't fucking get it, move on. Like, it's a waste of time. He's not listening. He's not getting it. But initially, help him out. Give him a chance to succeed. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm like,
the
no,
dating
sink or,
scene's crazy.
I'm like, sink or swim, bitch.
I know.
Sink or swim.
I don't know.
It's tough.
What is your love language?
Me or Phil?
Yeah.
Mine?
Well, I have a theory. Let's see if it's true. I think I've touched on this with you guys. Phil, what is your love language?
So I did a test.
And why is it physical touch?
It's not okay. It's in my top 3. I'll say that. It's in my top 3. Go fuck yourself. But physical touch for me is a different thing.
Yes.
When it comes to yes, exactly. My physical touch, like, it goes hand in hand with quality time. So my number one when I did that test was quality time. So when I'm like, say like I'm on the couch with my significant other, her putting like her leg on me, like I love that shit.
Yeah.
Just like that kind of shit. Obviously, the physical touch that we're talking about is fucking and
but that's,
kissing and all that shit.
Like,
but that's majority of fucking fuckboys.
Men.
Mm-hmm.
It's like every man. What's your love language? Physical touch, physical touch, physical touch. And I'm like, you're only thinking about fucking.
Yeah.
And
I actually did the test.
What was the other physical touch is like cuddling, like playing with my hair, scratching your back, like that sort of thing.
No,
like,
dude,
I'm not
honestly, the best thing for me, like for me when it comes to physical touch, if I'm driving and a girl is playing with the back of my head, I might just fucking marry her. It's the best feeling in the world. Or crash the car, yeah. I'm trying to think. So my top 3, I know physical touch was number 3. Quality time was number 1. What are the other ones?
Words of affirmation.
Words
and acts of service.
Acts of service. I'm huge on acts of service. No, I'm not. I don't know what it is. I'm just hyper. I don't know why I'm hyper. It's weird.
You're like on one right now.
Yeah. So acts of service. I'm big on that. Like, and I looked it up. I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, so for me, it's like
doing the dishes when you have a holiday, or
like I'll do that kind of stuff, or like even like if I'm on the way home, this is kind of like acts of service, but like I guess gift giving. Like if I'm like driving home and I'm like, hey, I'm about to pass by a Starbucks, do you want a coffee? Type of thing, like that kind of shit, or like
consideration.
Yeah, and I feel like that's a normal thing, but like but a lot of people are like, no, it's not. Like people are dog shit.
Actually, not a normal thing at all.
I feel like it is. Honestly,
it should be, right? It should be.
It should be, but it's not.
But it's not. Apparently, it's not. Like a lot of girls that I've gone on dates with have said like that's not like a normal thing. Like not a lot of guys have said that.
No.
I don't
so
know.
Maybe I'm like one of the little puddles.
You might be in the puddle, Phil.
I might be. That's crazy. The fact that you say I don't know.
Still, the jury's still out on that one. Amanda, what's yours?
My love languages are quality time. What was the one? I called it consideration, but whatever.
Acts of service.
Yeah, acts of service. I feel like that's really sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know, like just little love notes randomly, or you know what I mean?
Like that's like acts of service.
Yeah.
Or words of affirmation. No, that's kind of different than words of affirmation.
Yeah.
Words of affirmation are like
I appreciate you doing this.
Yeah.
Or stuff like
really?
that. Like,
I thought it was like you look cute. today or some bullshit.
Oh.
Oh, it's just like affirming that you're like
You're
words
attracted to
affirmation
them.
is my love language.
Oh. I would. Yeah, that's
I need
not one of mine.
I need it's like almost reassurance.
Oh yeah, that's not one of mine. Mine, consideration, physical touch, but not sex. Just like
What we were talking
touching,
about,
being close. Yeah, like quality time. Really, that's it. Also, like smack my ass every once in a while, like randomly in the kitchen is good.
I mean,
That's
good,
physical
man, you know?
touch.
That is physical touch.
Yeah.
But okay, so Kelsey, you said words of affirmation. I feel like everybody needs that. Like, not like obviously there's a border. There's like a line that you shouldn't. What's the word I'm looking for now?
I need extra of it though.
Okay, so we're not going to talk about that. But we
That's insecurity. That's mental illness. That's past trauma.
Okay, you said it on me. But I feel like everybody needs that. Like, it's nice to know that your partner
of course
finds you attractive. Like, even though like like you should know that your partner likes you and loves you or whatever. It's still nice to hear.
Of course, but some people actually don't need that though. Like some
No.
people like are like, all right, like cool. Like if you're like you look beautiful, they're like, that I feel uncomfortable now.
Yeah.
Like, but sometimes, which actually I'm sort of sometimes like that.
I was just gonna say that. I feel like you're like that.
No. It depends on the mood. I mostly words of affirmation for me is like I need to know like where like because I'm an overthinker. So like if you're like in a mood one day and I'm like, oh my god, he hates me, like he's gonna like never talk to me again. Like I need that reassurance for you to be like, hey, you know, like I may be in a mood right now, but like I still love you. That sort of thing.
That's like communication. Not
That's
so
also
much,
communication,
like,
though, yeah.
affirmation. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's both.
I mean, you're affirming that you're still in it.
Yeah.
Hey,
That
I'm
you
here.
still
But like, fuck off.
like me. Like I'd be the type of bitch that like a man would be on his knee and he'd be like, "Will you marry me?" And I'm like, "Are you sure you like me?"
That's crazy, dude.
That's
No, I'm not kidding.
wild.
Yo, you are. That's insane.
Uh,
Kelsey, this man is proposing to you, and you're like, "Are you
I
sure?
mean, no,
Are you
like
sure?"
he would say, "I do" at the altar, and I'm like, "Wait, you're not leaving, really?"
Oh my
That's
God.
so sad to say. No, I'm
Fucking-
I
who
feel
fucking
like,
hurt you, dude?
honestly, I feel like that's the trauma though. And here's the thing about being with someone who has trauma, right? Everyone has trauma. We all have fucking trauma. But here's the thing is about finding the person that loves you enough to also deal with your trauma, because we all have shit, you know,
for sure.
like emotional baggage and stuff. And it's like about finding the person that says, I'm going to give you that extra affirmation that you need, or that, you know what I mean? I feel like that when you find that, you will know that that person loves you completely with their whole
For
fucking
sure.
heart, because they are willing to help you work through that. You know what I mean? And not be like, oh my God, you're so needy, you're so this, you're so that. Like, they're gonna be understanding with that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
See, for me, I do agree
Still
with you
haven't
guys.
found him.
I do agree with you guys to
You
a certain
will.
extent. I do think that if someone has traumas, they should also work.
No, they're not. They shouldn't bring it to the.
You should work on
relationship.
yourself, and not
And I do
try your
my
best.
not to.
Yeah, you should. Obviously,
Or
there's
at
going
least
to be
communicate it.
there's going to be triggers in the new relationship that might bring up past traumas, 100%. But I do think that you need to work on yourself prior to
100%.
getting into a relationship. I do.
I totally agree with that.
1000%.
However, I also think that if you are with someone, you guys can, like, they will help you heal, right? It's like you're healing in the process. No one is ever going to be 100% healed. There's always going to be something that, you know, you have, you know, and when you meet someone and that's the person that you're with and you guys are doing life, it's like, you know, they help you heal, they help you grow, become a better person.
100%.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons why I've been single for so long, is like I'm not even really looking, because I was doing a lot of self-work. I fucking needed that shit.
Yeah, 100%. She's frozen.
I went through a period of time where I was oh my God, dude, really?
Dude, I'm gonna make
Am I still?
an entire compilation. You're not. It freezes for like literally 3 seconds.
I
But
know,
I'm gonna
because
make.
it keeps going in and out. I see it on the connection here.
I love it. It's funny.
Anyways, next time we'll try my hotspot. Whatever.
You said this last episode, but that's fine.
I know,
what
but
she said. Try the hotspot next time.
I've done a lot of self-work because there was a period of time where I was an absolute maniac when it came to
relationships and stuff.
Probably about a year ago. Yeah, I was not well. And I was just putting my trauma on everyone. So we did a lot of self-work this year.
I love that.
And
Well, so wait though, I have a question for you guys. How would you guys feel if you went on a first date, maybe like a second date or something like that, and the person kind of just trauma dumps? You know what I mean? Like if you're bringing in something and they just kind of just dump it all on you.
So I've actually done that one time.
You've done it?
I think I've done it too.
Not purposely. Like it came up in conversation. Like certain things came up in conversation, and then I just kind of like just spat a bunch of bullshit out. And then we never went on a second date, and I was just like, I probably said.
It was on a first date.
Yeah, it was. It literally. Okay, so I already told you guys, my bag is the one of what I like to do with first dates. Not all the time, but like one of my bags is I take him for a walk, and like we'll walk along like a lake shore or whatever with a coffee. So we were just chatting, and then like conversation came up about my past relationships. And then I spoke about it, and then I brought it up, and then I just started just talking about it, and then I spoke about my anxiety, and then I spoke about my very first panic attack. It was just...
I'm just going to have to stop you, because speaking about your past relationship on the first date...
It came up in conversation, though. What do you want me to do?
Big red flag.
I don't know. That's
crazy.
Everything else I get, like the anxiety, the panic attack, I can understand that. But like, if someone talked to me about their ex on the very first date, instantly, no second date.
Like, so I like to say that, but like it depends. It really does.
I'm telling you, it's not like I went out of my way
unless I asked.
But that's what I'm talking about. It's not like I was just like, hey, how was your day? Well, my ex. Like, no, that's not what happened. Like,
my ex is crazy. Did you call her crazy?
No, the conversation, it came up in it literally, like, we were already on that topic about like.
Okay, then that's different, I feel like.
Because she was engaged, I was engaged, so it came up, and then kind of we spoke about, like, what happened and, like, all that stuff, right?
So, I, like, call me weird, but I almost would want someone to, like, get it out in the open.
I was just gonna say that, too.
Like,
let's get all your shit out.
I don't care what the fuck your favorite color is. Tell me about your past trauma. Like, dead serious. Like, I want to know what keeps you up at night.
So is that one of your like your combos you need to have prior to, like, like before marriage and all that stuff? Like, there's certain conversations,
or even getting serious.
Yeah, before getting serious, like what are serious conversations you want to have with your partner? Like, obviously, the kids. Like, if you want to have kids, Kelsey, that's
because I'm a variable in that, and it's a deal breaker for a lot of guys.
It is. Like, honestly, like, for me, like, I wouldn't be able to date you, Kelsey. Like, obviously, whatever, but when you, like, because you are openly, you don't want kids.
I don't.
That I can't. I need, like, I want to have kids. I want to be a dad. I want to have, like, a family.
That, and then also, like, having kids already, right? So it's like, I don't want kids at all. Oh, okay. I already have 2 kids. Maybe I don't want to have any more. I'm not sure yet. You know what I mean? And like, I feel like that's different too.
As a guy, for me, I'm okay with it. Like, if they have 1 or 2 kids, but if there's baby daddy drama, no. Like, get the fuck out of here. I can't do it. Like, if the dad's still heavily involved, like, obviously he's gonna be involved with the kid, but if you guys are, like, still, like, toxic to each other and not, like, cordial, then I'm out.
So, Kelsey, you don't want to, as of now in your life, you don't want to have kids. You don't see yourself having kids, but how would you feel dating a man that has a child or children?
I could do that, I think.
Even with a baby mama?
You just don't want to give birth.
Wait, you could deal
I don't want to be pregnant, and I don't want to give birth.
Listen, though, you could deal with the baby mama?
If there's no drama.
If there's no drama, like Phil said. I can't do the toxicity.
So listen, my late husband was with a girl or woman, whatever, for want to say 10, 11 years. They were never married. They had 2 kids together when I met them, or him. And then the kids were really young, 5 and 9 when I met them. There wasn't that much toxicity, but just that insecurity that I had of them having a 10-year relationship, me coming into it new, they would text semi-friendly, you know what I mean, whatever. I was very, very insecure with that relationship.
You were
You
also
know,
young though.
You were
I
also
was
young.
young. I was 19, 20-ish, but
Yeah, like I wouldn't be
just
okay with anyone. Like I wouldn't even
No.
be like at that time in my life, I was way
Bro,
different than what I am now.
yeah, at that
I just
age, I was a
it was a
delinquent. Like,
it was a very big
You still
insecurity
are.
for me to even have them like talking on the phone. You know what I mean? I was like, what are you
Yeah.
talking about? And he's like, only the kids. And then it wasn't only the kids. She would text him and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just kind of
See,
weird stuff. And
I don't know.
even though I
I've never been in
trusted,
that situation.
that's what I mean. I know that like you're obviously, in my opinion, have no reason to be insecure, but you do have insecurities. And how would you feel if you know the guy you were dating had a
Well,
close
I
relationship?
told you one of my biggest toxic traits is that the jealousy is there.
That's
So
what I
like
mean.
it
Like
would
how,
really heavily depend on the relationship that was there and how they were interacting, and it would definitely be a conversation with my significant other to be like, hey, like this is how I feel about certain things, and I just want you to be upfront with me, and this is how I'm feeling in this situation. And obviously I know the mom's going to be in their life forever. I would never want that to not be a thing.
mhm.
But like I would voice my own feel. I'm always like, I'll tell you how I feel, you know what I mean, and we'll
yeah,
go from there and like
Mhm.
see, like if something makes me uncomfortable, then I'm going to be upfront about it.
yeah. Phil,
Yeah,
you
it's
would
all
be
about
okay
it's
with
all
it?
about setting your boundaries, right? It's all about
Yeah.
setting the boundary. Yeah, I'd be like I said, I'd be okay with it as long as there's no baby daddy drama because at the end of the day,
There's very few people at our age that
maybe like
don't
So
have a kid.
here's my thing. I feel like I could see Phil being like the co-parent, the stepdad at the soccer game, him and the bio dad are like high-fiving. For Kelsey, I feel like you would be an amazing stepmom. You would, you know, whatever. I just feel like the mom would be super jealous of you and like cause drama.
Why?
Like,
I feel
because
yeah,
you're
because I feel like
fucking
you're
hot,
cool.
and
No,
I
you're
just
cool
feel
and
like,
you're funny. You're cool as fuck. So I feel like the kids would like you a lot,
yes, exactly.
and the mom would be
this
jealous of that.
would get jealous, and it would just be like
I
Man.
see that.
toxic.
I see that. I
Yeah.
do see that.
Dude, I'm
Like
such a girl's girl.
the
Like we could be chill.
literally the kids would be going home like, oh my
They all
god.
fucking hate me. They all hate
No,
me.
the kids would be like, oh my god, we had so much fun, and the mom would be like, oh,
Yeah,
okay.
whatever. Fuck off, kids.
Yeah.
Noted. She'd be like, noted.
Yeah. I feel like
No,
that's a thing with
kids love
women.
me, which is crazy because I'm not a kids person. Like, but kids love me. I think they gravitate towards my like fear. It's like a cat. They like sense my fear.
Yeah.
And they like gravitate towards me and they love me. And like I'm not a monster. I don't hate children. I don't know if I could ever. And someone brought it up to me. They were like, "Do you think it's just because you haven't met a man that has made you want to have kids?" And I'm like, "That's very, very
I think-
possible."
Yeah.
And
is.
that could change. It's very possible. I've never been secure enough with a man to like think
Yeah.
about having a child with him ever.
hmm
Like not even close actually. So, it's possible that could change, but for now like it's just,
For me, it was so weird because like growing up, like when I was, I don't know, maybe like 15, 16, I was like my I don't know, fucking know, like my dream, like my dream life, right? At 15, 16, 17 years old was like, I want to meet the love of my life. I want to get married. I want to have kids. I want to be fucking Susie Homemaker. I want to be this mom, right? I want to hand make my kids Halloween costumes and like have my husband come home from work and like, here, honey, I baked you a casserole. Like this was literally like my like ultimate goal in life, you know? And I feel like it's
that's so crazy. We are so different.
I
Amanda.
know. That's what I was bringing it up.
At
Like I feel
15,
like it's
16,
so
I was
different.
not thinking that at
But
all.
even
Well, so I mean, also I was out like partying, being stupid or whatever. But like ultimately, like this was my dream life.
that's what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
And like, do you still feel that way today? Like
I
you
do.
would
So
want to just be. I mean, you basically
You have
Yeah.
you're
two
a great
beautiful
mom.
kids.
You have two beautiful children, but like to be that, like, do you like the role now that you're
I
playing?
do. So I feel like I am very prominent like in gender roles, right?
Yeah.
Even like I said, as a young teen. And I feel like maybe it comes from just not having that stable household when I was growing up. I feel like is what wanted like my future to look like my imagination. You know what I mean? At an early age, I was like, I want to have a stable home and have this kind of atmosphere. And in my mind, like that was a man going to work and coming home and the mom being there, just being amazing. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's how it should be. I don't know. But I mean,
So is that another conversation that you have early on? Is like the gender role thing?
yes,
Okay.
for sure.
I've gotten into arguments with men about it.
Okay.
Genuinely.
So what's your take on like the gender role thing, Kelsey?
And I think ultimately it stems back to like my parents too, like and how I grew up. So like I had two working parents and I was an only child. And my mom had me, first of all, they didn't even know they wanted to have a kid. They said no kids, no kids, no kids. And they were 34 years old and they were like, we need to stop partying. We're gonna have a kid. That's literally what they tell me. So they had me, and my mom has always been a working woman. She works in finance. She's like a boss bitch. She was always working. She like took I think 6 weeks off maternity leave, and then she's like, I gotta go back to work. And my dad works too. He's in construction, so he was working. And so I was in daycare growing up, and I watched my mom work and my dad work, and both of them work. And so I aspired to be like, I love that. I want to work and like have my own career, and like I don't want to be like they both cook at home. They switch off making meals, and they switch off doing laundry, and they switch off cleaning. It's like a two-way thing. And I've gotten into like that's how I would want it to be. I would want it to be 50-50, or not even 50-50. I saw something on social media that was like, if I'm 80, you're 20. Like if you're 20, then I'm 80 today. Or if you're 50, then I'm 50. And I come home and I had an awful day. I'm 30%. You're the 70 that day.
Yeah.
Like that's how I would want it to be.
Yeah.
And I would never want to stay home and be a stay-at-home. Well, first of all, I don't really want kids, so that's one thing. I would just be
Just
a
gonna be a
stay-at-home
stay-home
dog
wife.
mom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
like
so here's the thing is both of my parents work too. My dad owned his own roofing business growing up. My mom worked a little bit for the business, but also she was a bartender and server.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And she worked 40 hours a week and then came home and did like secretary work for my dad's business. Or you know what I mean? Like my parents were always working all the time. And it's so crazy how you have this outlook like that's great, like and you're
That's why I
doing
want
this
to
and
be.
taking
And
care
you
of
were
kids.
like,
And
I want to do the
yeah,
opposite.
I'm like total freaking opposite. Like I don't want that at all. Like, and I don't know. I feel like I've always just had this sort of like leave it to Beaver sort of outlook like on how I want my life. Phil, you're from Canada. I don't even know if you know what leave it to Beaver is.
Get the
But
fuck out of here. Yes, I do.
basically, yeah. So it's like I love that. And I always wanted that growing up. And so that's why I think I aspire to that. But it's so funny to hear, Kelsey, like your outlook, because I feel like it's kind of the same, the parental thing, but like your outlook is totally different from mine.
Yeah. But like so Phil, from a male's perspective, what would you want like in your wife or significant other? Like does it matter to you if would you want a stay-at-home mom and someone to take care of the house while you work, or would you want it to be a more of a 50-50 thing?
To be honest, like for me, like right now, it's so hard to say.
That's a safe answer. Give us the
no.
real freaking
First of all,
answer right now.
okay. I'm. My flight has taken off. Let me land the fucking plane. Relax.
Okay.
For now, like
Shut the fuck up. Be so fucking for real right now. No, I'm just kidding.
Land the fucking plane.
For me, like for me the 50-50 thing, like or like 70-30 whatever, like that's a thing for me. Like I'm very open to that. Eventually I want my business to be big enough to a point where it runs itself and my wife doesn't have to work. If she wants to work, she can work. Obviously more money for the both of us is better, but my goal, like my dream, is to have a business that basically runs itself, and I can do things like every 3 months travel with my kids and my wife, go for 1 or 2 weeks away, and then come back and not have to worry about the business because the business is still going, right? Obviously, if my wife doesn't have to work, then I'd be like, listen, we're comfortable enough. If you want to just stay home, take care of the kids, like, you can do that. If you want to work, if you want to even just do like a little side gig, like, you can do that as well. Like, I'm open to whatever my significant other is wants to do.
I agree with that too. I want to put this out there. Like, I'm not saying like women should stay home and take care of the kids or whatever.
No, of course.
I agree with like, yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I prefer. But
Right.
if a woman, I'm in full support. Like, if you want to do this or you want to do that, I think women can do anything that they want to do.
Of course.
I do think it takes, even like with a man, right? Like, they have aspirations, they have dreams and goals. When they come home, I feel like it's only a woman that can kind of nurture his ego, his confidence, his all of these things that can make him think he can go out the next morning and conquer the world, right? And that's his goal, his job, to provide for his family, for his wife. And I feel like he needs that counterbalance, right? For like a wife, you know? And I'm not saying that like if she works and does whatever, she can't do that for him, but I definitely think it's a balance. Like, they both need each other, right? In certain aspects.
Yeah. For me, like Kelsey, same with me. Like, I saw growing up, my parents, both of them worked their asses off. And seeing my mom come home from work and still have to like cook, clean, make sure everything's good, I don't want that for my wife. Like,
Well, wait, Phil, you come from like a traditional, like, what's your background? Like Portuguese,
Yeah,
traditional, like, family, right?
Yeah, traditional
So
family where my mom worked, my dad worked as well, but my mom, when my family came home, my mom would cook, my mom would
like the
clean.
household duties.
Yeah,
were up
exactly.
to the
And
women.
like I saw, like I was like, dude, I don't like, even to this day, like having my own condo, it's like I come home, I have to come home, I have to cook for myself, I have to do all that, and I'm like there's days where I'll call my mom, I'm like, bro, like, how did you do it? Like, how? And it's just like, I don't want that for my future wife. Like, if there's times where she's tired, like, and I want her to be like okay with messaging me and be like, hey, I'm really tired, like, can we order a pizza or can you cook? Like, I'm good with that. I'm not gonna come home and like, here's like, and this is the thing, like, I'm okay with gender roles, but I'm also not coming home expecting a fucking meal. You know what I mean? If the meal's not there, something's wrong, clearly, because obviously she's either not feeling well or she's tired or whatever.
So I agree. So it's like, even if, like, let's say like my role, so to speak, right, is stay-at-home mom, wife, this, that, the other, I still want to feel appreciated. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't want my husband to come home and hold out his hand and expect a freaking hot dinner and a beer without, you know what I mean? Like, being appreciated and me feeling loved and feeling that, right?
Yeah.
I have this idea. If you feel loved by your significant other, you would go above and beyond for them. If you feel appreciated by your significant other, there is nothing that you wouldn't do for them, right? It's the people that feel underappreciated, not valued, that go looking somewhere else to feel that, to get that serotonin in their brain of like feeling wanted, feeling love, you know?
Yeah. No, I do agree.
For sure. I've actually gotten into arguments with men because they are so set on it's the woman's job to have a meal on the table when I get home from work. And I would not be with a woman who stayed at home and didn't have a hot meal prepared for me when I got home and did the laundry and all the dishes and all that. And I've gotten into like on TikTok Live, I've gotten into heated arguments with men because I'm like, dude, do you know how, like,
it sounds misogynistic? Yeah,
it's very but
I think it's naive
to some extent. I think it's almost like a culture thing sometimes too. Like, if you grew up with that, then that's what you know, and I guess that's fine. But it's like, maybe evolve a little bit because we are in 2024, and now it's rough out here. A lot of people both people have to work to like make ends meet. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
And to still expect the woman to do everything is like, it's a lot. Like you said, it's a whole
I agree.
job to
But
like stay at home and do that.
yeah, it is for sure. Like right now, like obviously I'm not a stay-at-home mom. Like I work
Right.
40 plus hours a week, doubles,
Yeah.
you know, whatever. And there's times when I'll come home and I'll still cook dinner and have a hot meal and do laundry or you know what I mean, clean the house. And it's not because I'm not tired. I'm freaking tired. You know what I mean? But it's like I just want my family to know like, hey, I love you. I'm here. Even
Yeah.
tonight before this podcast, I told my daughter, oh, I'm doing my show like tonight with my friends and all this stuff. I was like, oh, I think I might take a nap though first. And she goes, well, I don't want you to take a nap. Just try to stay up. And I was like, I don't know. I'm really tired. I worked all day. She freaking brings me up a cup of coffee that she made in my Keurig with a note on it that says, I love you so much. Do great on your show with a heart. And she was like, did you drink your coffee? Like I was tucking her into
Yeah.
bed. She's like, did you drink your coffee? And I'm like, I did. I'm not tired anymore. She was like, I love you so much. Do
Oh my
great on your
God,
show.
That's the cutest thing I've ever heard.
You know what I mean? And it's like
That's so fucking. I love that.
I do the same thing for her, right? Though, like I write her little notes and I do
Yeah.
all this stuff, and she's like, "Do great on your show. I love you so much. You're the best mom." You know what I mean? And it's like she's giving me back, kind of like I'm just doing all this, pouring all my like into the family and the house and work and all this stuff, and she's like these little
She
tiny
sees
things,
it.
like giving it back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it feels good. It feels good to feel appreciated.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
so it's like, even if you're tired, even if you're this, like no one should ever expect anything. Obviously not your children, but like your spouse should never expect anything.
Yeah.
But to feel appreciated and to feel loved, it makes you just want to be that better person, to
You like
want to
do
do
that for
everything.
them.
Yeah.
I also love this because like you're also a mom, so you have a different perspective. Like I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Like once you become a mom, you have like it's like a superpower. You turn into like this fucking absolute fucking like superhuman, and like it's like you guys almost get like a second wind. Like I can't even explain it. Like it's insane. Like even seeing like now like my cousins are having kids, and like seeing them, like they used to get like I used to have to fucking bring them home like fucking absolutely fucking shit-faced, hammered, and like they couldn't even walk, and like
Listen,
now
I still advocate for parents getting shit-faced.
yeah 100%.
Don't get me wrong.
Of course.
But no, but like and they
Mom's gone wild.
and even like even my sister, like seeing my
Mom's
sister as a
fucking mild.
yeah, like even
Mild.
seeing my sister as a mom, like it's crazy. Like I don't know, I like, and it's just like hearing your perspective from it, it's like I get why you have like the way you are, is because like, and like look at this, like you are the way you are, and look at how your kids like reciprocate and show like, listen mom, you're doing an amazing job. Like
Yes.
having a kid do that, like she's what, like 9, 10?
Yeah, 9.
That's what I mean. Like having a kid do that at 9 or 10, like that's like, it goes to show how much you've done, and like how much you've taught them to be so loving. Like it's amazing.
Yeah, for sure.
So fuck
W mom.
everybody that talks shit about Amanda.
W fucking mom.
So fuck y'all.
Well, okay, wait a minute though, because let me add in, because this is gonna be funny. My daughter was so sweet, right?
Amanda's about to ruin the moment.
Coffee, and then in the note, right? My son goes, "So you're about to do your show?" I was like, "Yeah, we're getting ready to start it." Like, you know,
Dude,
in
I love
45
him.
minutes, whatever. He goes, "Who's it with?" I said, "Me and my 2 best friends, Kelsey and Phil." He goes, "You only have 2 friends?"
That's just the boy thing. We're just shitheads.
Yes. Yeah.
Dude,
He's like, "No, I have more." And he goes, "What happened to the other ones? You don't like them as much?" I was like, "No, what are you saying right now?" I was like,
No.
"Go to bed."
Junior's hilarious. He's
Dude, I feel
he's like my spirit animal. I love him. He's
No,
the best.
I feel like Phil and Junior together would be a dangerous combo, honestly.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, even with my nephew,
Uncle Phil and
Yeah, 'cause-
fucking Junior.
because
no.
even with my nephew, like me and him plotting like all the time, like I love it. It's the best because like he's just like me. He's a shithead. By the way,
Yo, when you're a dad, you're gonna be a menace.
100%. Like, dude, 100%. Like, I already have these plans. Like, when I have kids, like, I'm getting Nerf guns and we're fucking spraying my wife.
Do that time. Listen, on like Sundays, because Sundays are our family days, every Sunday. Sometimes like I'll turn the house into like a war zone. Like I'll flip the couches over and I'll just do like, all right, everyone pick a gun. We're going downstairs now.
Yeah.
And like we'll just have like a Nerf battle. I'm like 3 hits with the dart, you're out. My son's crying. Oh, let me give you another chance. No, you're done. That's
Get
it.
the fuck out of here. You're out of the fucking game, you
You're
motherfucker.
I'm like, you can play on round 2. Get out.
That's so funny.
We ain't for the play around here, motherfucker.
No extra lives. This isn't Mario. Get out.
Oh man. So okay, complete fucking.
No, but so okay, so the questions you have to have before a relationship,
Yes,
right? That's
yes.
what we were on. So kids are
Kids,
definitely a big
100%
one. Gender
kids.
roles.
Yes.
If you're not a dog person, we can't be.
Okay,
It'll
that's
never
a
work.
you
Dog or
thing.
cat person immediate. No, for everyone, dog or cat person is an immediate question.
You first of all,
Really?
that's not a me. So you could be with someone that hated dogs and was terrified of Kira.
No. That's
That's what I'm
okay. That's
saying.
but I'm also not like they're gonna know that I have Kira, and if they have an issue with her, I'm like, okay, bye.
How are they gonna know? You're gonna bring it up.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
what
First of
I'm
all, in
saying.
my
That's a
dating,
discussion to
in my
have.
dating profile, like she's in it. Like she's like, you know.
Maybe you just meet someone walking down the street at a coffee shop.
If I'm walking
They're
down the
always not
street, I'm
gonna see
probably
your-
walking Kira.
I'm just saying they're not always gonna
Why is
read
he-
your profile.
You're agreeing with us. Like, yes, that's a deal
Yeah. Okay.
breaker.
Yeah. Of course. I mean,
Like, why are you fighting?
I'm not
He
okay.
just likes to fight.
Like,
Okay, that's
shut the
crazy.
fuck up.
All right,
Anyways,
are you guys done?
that would be up there for me because especially me, like I have an aggressive asshole dog. So they can't just be dog people. They have to be like
It
understanding.
literally matches your personality.
Yo, am I gonna get to meet Alfie when I come?
No,
Fuck, man. That's the only reason why I'm going.
I'm telling you right now, he would attack you, and don't even pull that.
I'll put him
He
in a
would love
headlock.
Me. I love dogs.
I'll
They
put him in a
love
headlock.
me. He's lived with my father for 3 years and still tries to attack him. So
Okay, never mind.
he's not good. He's not a good boy.
No,
He
he's
is
a good boy, but
it's
like
only-
he's not.
only for me.
But
yeah,
what are the other ones?
Conversations.
Animals,
Oh.
children, gender roles.
I don't want to get into religion too much. I don't want to talk about religion too much, but it is a conversation
No.
that I have with people.
I agree.
It is. I will ask them, listen, like, are you a very religious person? And it goes back to my kids. How I want to, like, for me, it's like, I don't need to get married in a church. If my partner wants to get married in a church or is adamant on getting married in a church, I'll do it. I have no problem with it. My preference is destination wedding, get the fuck out of here for a week and then come back. But my biggest thing is raising kids the way I was brought up, when it was like baptizing my kids, having them in Catholic school where they have to like do communion, do confirmation,
Yeah,
all that stuff.
I was confirmed in the church. I did that until.
So I want to
11th
make
grade.
sure that my partner is on the same wavelength.
But
with me.
So you would want to do that with your kids?
Yeah.
Even
Even
enjoy
if,
it?
yeah, was my question.
I mean,
as well.
I didn't enjoy it, but I'm raising my kids the way that my parents raised me, and that's
Gotcha,
how. And
gotcha.
then once they get old enough to an age where they can make their own decisions, the rest is up to them.
Okay.
Whatever the fuck they want.
So let me ask you this though.
So
Do
say they went
you-
through half, like say they got the first communion, and then
Bro,
sixth grade, they were like, I don't want to do this anymore. I did it until 11th grade in high school. That was when I got confirmed, was 11th grade.
No, so here we get confirmed at 8th grade or grade 8. We call it grade 8.
Oh,
So-
that's earlier.
Phil, do you
Hey, what's
still believe in these values, these religious beliefs, or is it
That's
just
my
something?
thing.
Is it just something that you're doing out of tradition with no actual beliefs behind it? You're only simply doing it to just go along with the tradition.
For me, it's more so tradition. My family, like I come from a family that's not religious. We don't go to, like, our family never really went to church, but like my parents are fairly religious. But for me, like, it's probably more of a tradition thing. Like I have, like, again, I don't want to touch on religion. I have my beliefs, I have my faith and all that stuff, but I'm not an overly religious person at all.
No, I think religion is probably in the top 5 things to discuss before you want to get more serious with someone. But I was just curious about if it was like something you're very adamant on, or you're just
no. I mean,
it's just tradition and
yeah,
it is what it is.
Yeah. For the most part, like I feel like it's a lot of people. I haven't had since I started dating. I've never had an issue, and it's something I do bring up. So
here's my question for both of you, though. Could you date someone, if whether you have a specific religious view or not, or you're traditionally religious or whatever it may be, could you date someone out? And that wasn't a dig at you, I promise, because a lot of people I feel like are, that. But could you date someone out of your specific religion?
It depends on how much they actively practice their religion. Because I don't think I would ever convert to another religion.
But are you active?
I'm not, but that's the thing.
This is not going to be a good conversation.
No, I'm just curious.
Saying,
okay, let me rephrase the question. Is it a deal breaker?
We're getting into like religion and politics.
Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to talk religion on this podcast.
Is it a deal breaker if someone is of a different religion?
No.
Yes or no?
Sometimes.
That's it.
Sometimes.
It hasn't been. It hasn't been so far.
To me, it hasn't either.
Yeah,
but I would say in some situations, I could see it maybe being a deal breaker.
I have
on their end too. Like on their end too. I'm not just saying on my end.
Yeah.
I have dated someone outside of my religion. It didn't end because of religion. Just we both weren't feeling it. But yeah, like it's hard to say if it's a deal breaker. It all depends on, like, for me, like, you guys know me. I'm very open-minded when it comes to a lot of shit. I've never been a closed-minded person at all when it comes to like a lot of things like that.
Yeah.
I'm fairly open. So it's tough to say if that would be a deal breaker for me.
Okay, it's to be determined. You don't know.
TBD.
Wait, did we talk about deal breakers or no?
I feel like it's kind of gone in throughout.
I mean, before.
I feel like no, we haven't. Like, I feel like the conversations that you have to have before a relationship is kind of like synonymous with deal breakers, because if you can't agree on that, then it's kind of a deal breaker.
I know.
Like, for me, one big thing for me that I've found out in the past is like lifestyle and differing lifestyles.
What do
AKA,
you mean? Yeah.
Drinking, or like going out.
Yeah.
Or traveling. If you don't like traveling, I can't be with you. Like, or like some people smoke. That's not me. You know what I mean? And like, could you be with someone that smokes all the time? Like, I could. But like, that's a big conversation to have too.
Yeah. So
Did I freeze again?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Okay.
It would be tough for me to I'm not a judgmental person when it comes to smoking. I've dated smokers in the past. I
feel like I couldn't.
My biggest thing is like,
and
listen.
I'm talking about smoking cigarettes, and I'm talking about smoking weed also.
Yeah, like, smoke your weed, but don't make it one of my biggest,
like, your personality.
One of my biggest fucking things is when girls are on dating apps, or even like, obviously I'm not on the guy side, but when girls are on dating apps and they are talking about smoking weed on their profile, for me, it's just like, hey, you're boring. Like, all you have to talk about, you have so much to talk about in your profile, and you have to tell me that you smoke weed. I'm not against it. Like, cool, if you want to smoke weed, go ahead. But why are you letting me know?
But some people, would be against it. So
but that's a conversation that we can have. And there's also in the profile, like, the weed thing, sometimes no or never or whatever. That's something you can do. So hold on. Let me
tequila in my dating app.
Yeah, I feel like that's.
I talk about drinking tequila in my dating app profile.
I feel like that's.
I'm not gonna shit on you, but that's fucking terrible.
No, it's just funny. It's like name one of my unusual talents, and I'm like drinking tequila without making a face.
Okay, but
I don't even know what it says.
there's a prompt to it, right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, that's a little bit. It's a little. I'll give you a pass there, but like if like your bio is like 420 friendly or whatever, like I don't give a fuck. Like why do you have to put that?
Some people do though, is what I'm saying.
I understand. And I completely understand that, but for me, like you guys want to know my deal breakers, no? Like this is what we're talking about.
Okay, yeah.
So let me talk.
Like, I'm just saying I can understand.
You guys literally asked me.
That in your hand.
That's what I'm saying too. I can understand why they would put it in there because
they have no fucking personality. That's why they have no personality. They can't talk about anything else.
I would actually, listen.
No, it's the truth, bro.
If I were ever on a dating profile, I would appreciate someone putting it in there because me personally, I would never, ever be with someone that actively smokes weed or does any recreational drugs. For me, it's an absolute 1000% deal breaker.
You have kids as well, so it's a little, it's different. But hold on, Amanda. On the dating profile, I
would never.
On dating profiles, there's different options on majority of them. One of them is drinking. You can click yes, no, sometimes, not often, whatever.
Yeah, but
there's cigarettes. Let me speak. Every single dating app literally has it, bro. Literally.
But sure, was that you?
And then there's also the smoking. There's smoking. And then it's no, sometimes, rarely, blah, blah, blah. And then there's a weed section. And it literally has the fucking weed leaf. And it says no, sometimes. So that's why I'm saying, if you could put yes or sometimes in your profile, I look at it, cool, you smoke weed, cool. And if I scroll down and I'm seeing in your profile, like what's your best way to calm down, or what's your typical Sunday, binge watching fucking TV shows and smoking a joint, like bro, I don't give a fuck about that. I get it, you smoke your weed, cool. Anyways, going back to it, I can date someone that smokes cigarettes or smokes weed, but it's and this is one of my deal breakers is good hygiene. If you smell like it all the time, or if you come in and you kiss me and your breath smells like cigarettes, like fuck off.
Yeah,
fuck
like
right
I said,
off.
I could never date a smoker. Like I
dated one.
He was someone that was smoking. I couldn't do it.
I dated someone who smoked cigarettes, and he was very cautious about it. Yeah, well, you know who it is. You never met him, but you know who he is.
Oh, okay.
But he smoked cigarettes, and he was very cautious about not like kissing me right after he smoked. He would like put gum in, or like he was very like.
He was a smoker?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Both my parents smoke. I grew up with smokers.
My mom smoked.
Oh, I'm like used to being around cigarettes. It's like not like I personally would absolutely never, but I could be with someone as long as, like you said, they are cautious about it and don't like reek of smoke all the time.
Yeah, like just take care of yourself. Like if for me, like if you go outside, you smoke, come inside, like wash your fucking hands.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Pop a fucking mint.
Yeah.
Spray some perfume.
For me, it's just looking at it like this. This is how I look at it. Like it's like after I take a piss, like I automatically go to wash my hands. You know what I mean? It's just like a fucking hygiene thing.
What I found out is that you're in the minority of men that do that.
What?
Wash their hands?
Wash their hands after they pee.
Yeah, that's fucking heathen shit. Like
that's disgusting.
That's wild.
Yeah. Like even after
hygiene.
Bro, like no. Even after I take a shit, like I'm washing my hands. Like what do you mean?
Even of course after you. What do you mean?
No, I'm saying, bro.
What do you mean?
Bro, but I'm saying there are people that are fucking heathens.
You said
even when.
Even when.
Yo,
like even if you don't when you pee, you still 1000% should when you
That's not what I'm saying.
If I go into the bathroom and change, like just like undress and change, I'm still washing my hands.
If you go into the bathroom?
Yeah.
What bathroom?
Like in a public bathroom.
Why are you changing in a public bathroom, you fucking savage?
Because sometimes you're at work and you change and like
exactly
to go to your second job because you're a boss ass bitch.
Don't do that to me.
Or to go get margaritas. You never know.
Go home and then go get margaritas.
Maybe she lives far away.
Far away from my job sometimes.
Exactly.
All right, man. So like icks, what are icks? What, like, because we're talking about deal breakers. Is that
Not
No, I
washing your
have a-
fucking hands
no.
after
No, okay,
even
so
after you
here's
take
the
a shit.
thing. My icks are
I wash my
very,
fucking
very
hands.
particular.
They are. Kelsey, I read one of your Instagram stories, and
Yo, honestly, Kelsey
I didn't agree
is
with it.
Kelsey.
Listen, shut
Kelsey's
the fuck
icks.
up. Let me speak. She said one of my icks are when a man holds an umbrella for a girl. And I'm
No,
just like,
no. First of all, don't misstrew my
Yo,
words.
Kelsey and
ever.
I have had a fucking argument about this.
I said
I
one of
Go
my-
ahead.
First of all,
Go ahead.
No.
Okay,
Go ahead.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead. This is
I
the
said
stupidest thing
one-
I've ever heard.
I said one, and I had a lot of people fucking agree with me. So fuck off.
Yeah, they're
I said
fucking.
one of my
They're
main
insane.
icks is seeing a man walking with an umbrella for himself.
Yeah. What do you want?
only
Okay.
I will
exception-
say
No, dude,
that-
don't agree with
no,
that,
no.
bro. How does that make sense
The
to you?
only exception.
What am I
is if
supposed
you're
to do?
Holding it for a woman. That's the
No,
only.
I'm
Nope.
exception.
I hold it.
agreeing with-
Fuck off. I hold it for Kira.
Listen, I'm agreeing that she said
That's an
a
exception. too.
man. I am agreeing with the fact I was wrong. She said a man holding an umbrella. However, I don't agree with what she said. I still
That's
think
insane, bro.
Ick.
that
What are we
man-
supposed to do? Just walk in the
of all-
fucking rain and get wet?
Yes.
First
Suck
of
it
all,
up.
hold
Put
your
a hood on.
Maybe
Put a
she
hood on.
thinks
Suck
that
it up.
a
That's
man needs to
disgusting.
fucking hold a briefcase over his head with $1 million in it and like
No, first of all,
stop him
I'm
from getting wet.
No,
I
I'm a
don't
blue collar
understand.
girly. They're not holding briefcases.
That's true. They're
okay?
holding their lunchbox over
Yeah,
their
they have
fucking
their-
head.
they have
No, what's
their-
crazy?
16-hour
What's crazy?
shift.
They have their hard hat on and they're protected from the rain that
What's
way.
crazy is Kelsey is okay with gender roles being 50-50, but when it comes to holding a fucking umbrella, it's a problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
First of all, having
Okay,
their
let's
hard
be
hat
real.
on after a shift and not getting wet is crazy.
So,
So-
another one of mine is sneezing.
What the fuck?
Be so fucking for real. A person
Sometimes-
cannot control if they have to
No.
sneeze.
Have you ever heard a man sneeze and it was like obnoxiously loud sneeze and you're like,
No.
You're gonna hate me. You're gonna hate me at the Airbnb.
yeah, no, I will fucking punch you in the face.
Dude, I gotta
Bowling,
sneeze.
seeing a man bowling.
First of all, be so fucking bro. I love bowling and I love going on dates.
We're going
as
bowling. We're going bowling in
Like
Boston.
I
No,
love bowling.
First of all, I hate bowling. I hate bowling. And seeing a man bowl, something about it.
Wait, let me tell a story
This
really
is
quick.
crazy,
This is
dude.
so funny.
Oh my gosh, I have a whole list.
Listen, so when I met my late husband, Jason, we went on our first date and we went bowling and I'm not
I would-
kidding you.
I would immediately be on it.
Listen, I was like 19, right? I'm about to turn 20. And I was like, oh yeah, this is fun, like bowling, whatever. And he's like, let me get my bag out of the trunk. I was like, what? He's like, my bowling bag.
Nah, that's
swear to
crazy,
God,
bro.
I swear to God, I thought he was
No,
joking.
immediately no. Immediately
Listen,
no.
I swear
Immediately
to God,
no.
I thought it was joking. He goes to the trunk of his car, pulls out a bowling bag, right? And I'm like, oh, okay. And we go bowling, and he pulls out like his own ball and his own shoes, bro. And I was like, what is happening? And like honestly, it was so much fun. And he bowled like I think like a fucking like 285. I don't even know. It was crazy, but
This
like
guy had the bowling ball.
it was so much fun. And like I like bowling before, but like I just feel like
He had his
Fun.
fucking bowling
but like
ball.
in the beginning, though, like I was kind of like, oh my god, like I thought he was joking. He wasn't
Yo,
joking.
He has his bowling
he
ball.
wasn't fucking joking.
He has
but,
a
like,
bowling ball and it has his fucking nickname. It's like the perfect framer bullshit or some fucking
no,
dumbass
it wasn't,
bullshit like that.
engraved, but like it was so funny and honestly like a memorable thing. And like I always tell my kids all the time, I'm like, oh my god, when me and your dad went on our first date, like I thought he was kidding. He pulled out his fucking bowling bag and
I
bowling
would
ball
have
and
been
bowling
out of
shoes.
there.
Like
How did you stay? I would have been like, I'm sorry,
I
I'm
thought
not
it was
feeling well.
fun. Like honestly, I love bowling. I love
I like
playing
bowling
laser
too.
tag, doing
Yeah.
putt, bowling, like all that shit. Like I
The
love it.
fuck
It's so
did
much
you
fun.
wait?
Kinda freaks
Time
me
out,
out.
Kelsey. What the fuck is putt putt?
Mini golf.
Putt-putt. It's mini golf.
Okay, mini putt. Yeah, okay. Putt putt is crazy. I've
Mini
never heard of it.
putt.
Mini putt? Are you doing
Mini putt
two
or mini
words
golf?
together?
Mini putt or mini
It's
golf?
mini
It's the same
golf or
shit.
Putt putt.
Putt putt is fucking crazy, bro. That's an
Mini
American
golf
thing
or
for
putt
sure.
putt?
That's what they call it here.
That's an American thing for sure.
It's not mini putt. Literally, you're putting two words
Anyways.
together.
It's mini golf,
Yeah, next.
mini putt. It's the same shit. Okay,
Anyways,
Icks.
Yeah.
Another
I have,
one.
I have very niche ones.
You really
You
do.
have very
What's
specific
another one?
ones.
Drinking out of a straw. Mm-mm.
I feel like I don't like that either for a man.
Okay, but what am I
Take
supposed
a-
to do? What am I supposed to do at McDonald's? Like, how am I supposed to drink my drink?
Oh my
Open
gosh.
it. My dad my dad takes the cap off the jug.
Why do I feel like your dad is like a man's freaking man, bro? Like, I feel like
So I'm not a man because I drink out of a fucking straw, and I don't want to
would
get
just-
wet or Kira wet,
it's
so I
just
use a
her
fucking
ick.
umbrella.
Shut up. It
It
doesn't
would
mean you're
give
not a
me the
man.
ick. Like, why are you so sensy?
Anyways, next. I'm loving these right now. What's the next one?
Chasing a ping pong ball is like number one. That's like, ew.
What is he supposed to do?
Seeing it bounce away from them and then like running after it, I cannot.
I gotta send you guys. There's a
No, I can't.
there's a Netflix comedian that talks about dating at like our age, and the girls get ick, like the icks that he's heard from certain girls, and they're like similar to this. It's fucking
Wait,
insane.
I think I've seen that.
There's
Yeah.
so many niche. One of the other ones is, and I found this out at work when I was working because we have a cappuccino machine.
I was like, I found my ick at work.
Holding the small handle.
Oh my
of a
gosh,
cappuccino.
like this?
I can't do that. No.
Yeah, I feel like it's
There's no way to
no-go.
look. There's no way to look like
Yeah.
blue
When it
collar
comes to
man.
the, when it
I'm
comes to
with
the,
you.
yeah,
I'm
when it
with
comes to an
you.
espresso, I'll just use the cup. Like it's a small little cup. I'm not
with
gonna
you
use the
on
little
that
fucking.
one.
So like this is fine, right?
Yeah,
This-
that's fine.
Okay.
The big mugs are fine. The little handles of the
Yeah,
cappuccino
yeah,
cup.
yeah,
No,
okay.
no.
What
no,
if
no.
they were like this? Like they had their like pinky up and they're just like
Then I'd have to see myself out, honestly.
Trying to think
Um,
of icks for like myself.
There's like those are like my main ones. Having a coughing fit too. I'm like,
I have asthma. Like what if I have an asthma attack?
a guy can't control if he has
These are
to
things like,
cough?
okay.
I'm so confused.
Things that like okay,
but,
like I
listen,
can.
This is what an ick is. It's like they're not doing it purposefully. Like it's not like conscious, but they're doing it, and you're like, oh, I don't like that. And that gave me the ick. Like you cringe. Like why are you?
That's
First of all,
crazy.
like why are you
I'm-
choking? Like breathe.
It went down the
I'm
wrong
with
hole.
you on some of them. On some of them, I'm not. I feel like I don't have any
Crazy
icks
one.
per se because I feel like I can get past a lot. Like if there's
So,
nothing that
Here's
would
the thing.
really turn me off 1000%.
Here's the thing. Icks to me are very different than deal breakers.
I
Yeah,
fucking hope so because those are crazy.
Obviously, if I see a man holding an umbrella and I like him, I'm not gonna be like, I'm breaking up with you right now. But like, I'd be like, ooh, you're like less attractive to me right
Yeah.
now. And then like once he's put the umbrella down, I'd be like, okay.
I'm trying to think.
I use an
don't
umbrella
really
for
have any.
Kira, because I'm not trying to like. First of all, I'm not
Bella's
gonna
harping on the
Oh,
umbrella.
wait, I
because this
just-
is
he really is.
insane,
Bill
bro.
Get over
is
it.
really upset about the umbrella.
Honestly,
ick.
get Kira
But-
her own little umbrella.
What am
You
I?
know
sp-
what's crazy? Is they have actually like umbrellas that you can put,
Exactly.
like, an umbrella hat that you
Yeah.
can put on her head.
Wait, I
Um,
have an ick.
People agreed with me. What is it?
And I only just now realized it. But it's when a guy is hanging on to his hair and it's like not like it's going bald, but like he's hanging on to it.
Oh yeah, I
And
can
it's
shave
like
it.
I just shave it. Like I can't.
We love a bald king.
Exactly. I mean, hashtag Stone Cold Steve Austin. Anyways,
Yeah, I love when dudes are like
There's
balding
that,
and they just can't.
um,
They can't give it up.
I can't deal with it. I'm like, why?
Well, what
I
are
don't
your
like
icks
it.
for women?
Oh
Phil?
wait, also one more. A pinky ring. I cannot.
See,
like if
I love rings on men.
a
I
pinky
I
ring
like-
though.
pinky
Only
ring,
one,
bro?
One
I'm
pinky
about
ring?
it. No, but if there's multiple, then that's fine. But if
yeah,
it's only a pinky
multiple.
ring, I'm like,
One pinky ring, like I can. I'm like, why? What midlife crisis are you going through right now? Why do you have that?
but I
I
do
can't.
love rings on men. I think that's.
I like rings
hot.
too, but only like one gold pinky ring. It's giving midlife crisis.
That's-
Phil, what are your icks?
I don't really have like icks. I have like turn offs, I guess, like things that like just turn me off.
That's an ick.
Comparing
No,
to
'cause-
hers is different, bro.
Icks are like, ooh.
Eh,
I mean,
no, like,
turn-offs can be like very generic, right? Like turn-offs
fr-
can be like, oh, bad breath or bad hygiene or like you.
Ew,
Yeah.
that's not even a turn off. That's like
a thing that should
don't
not
even
happen.
talk to me anymore. Yeah.
So
Like, what?
I guess like one of my biggest things is when a girl fishes for a compliment. Like if she's fishing for a compliment, I can't stand that. Like let me compliment you on my time. Like don't be like, I can't explain it, but like there's just certain. In the background? Yeah, there's just certain. I don't have an umbrella with it right now. It's not raining here. There's just certain things that like how a girl is like. You can tell when a girl's fishing for a compliment, and it's just like I'm not going to give you that. I'm not doing it.
It makes you not want to do it. Right?
Yeah, exactly. It's just like I'm not gonna compliment how you look.
Like, maybe I was, but now I'm not going.
Yeah, like that's what I mean. That's one of my turnoffs. I don't really know. Like I guess like I don't have like a fucking list, but there's just certain...
You don't have a note app like Kelsey.
Okay, one of my
I add to the shit daily.
One of my biggest things is shit teeth. Like if you have shit teeth, get the fuck away from me. Like if your teeth, like, and I'm
not too much because my teeth are crooked.
No, you don't. No. But this is the thing. You guys are fine. Like I'm gonna be honest with you. If you guys had shit teeth, I would tell you. You guys have fine. Your teeth are fine.
Fix it.
Your teeth are fine. But like when people's teeth are like doing like fucking throwing gang signs different ways and shit, it's like, bro, just get braces. Just get braces.
Some of us do get braces and some of us do get Invisalign and they still have a gap. So fuck off.
I just told you your teeth are fine. Amanda, your teeth are fine.
Listen, here's my thing. If you have crooked teeth, that's fine. Nasty teeth are a different story. Like yellow teeth, gingivitis.
Yeah.
You can't brush
gingivitis is crazy.
I'm just throwing it out there.
I've never heard someone.
Listen, if you got gingivitis, listen, you're not invited. Like to this, okay?
What is? I gotta look up what key things.
It's a gum disease.
No, I know that.
Literally,
no, but honestly, sometimes it's. I have a little bit of gingivitis. I'm not gonna lie, but it's genetic.
I'm just saying, like.
But I take care of it. Like you have to take care of it. Like
exactly. So here's the thing: if you know you have gingivitis or whatever, you got
special toothpaste.
What is that stuff that makes like your breath smell bad all the time?
Plaque.
No, it's called something else.
Eating ass all the time. I don't know, bro. Like, what do you mean?
Oh, it's
Phil
called
would know
something
about
else.
That one.
But literally, like you can get prescribed like mouthwash and stuff like that for your mouth, like. And I'm not even talking about
gingivitis.
Like, breath is a different thing, whatever. But I'm talking you have rotten teeth, green teeth, yellow teeth, like plaque.
I've never seen someone with having green teeth. Is crazy.
I'm just throwing it out there, whatever. Like, take care of it.
I came across a man with green teeth. I would run for the fucking hills so fast, you would never see me again.
I've seen people literally with
there's a filter on TikTok that is like rate the mouths that you would kiss 1 to 10, and they are horrid. They are so vile. It's not even funny.
I haven't seen it, but like it's legit. Yeah, like people just have very poor dental hygiene, and also too like poor hygiene is another thing. But also one of my favorite things is when like a guy comes back from the gym and he's got like a little bit of an odor. I actually really like that. Really like that. Like
it's like a musk.
Yeah, or even like if he's out working like a construction job like all day and he comes home
that's
and he's
my thing.
Like a little bit.
You come home for your blue collar job and you're covered in dirt and you're like Timberland boots and you have your like high-vis shirt on with dirt all over it and you smell. I'm like I'm feral.
Absolutely yes. 1,000% yes.
Like I can't.
And then like I kiss them on the neck and it's like a little bit salty. Like
I'm like put your hard hat on. Let's go. That's it.
Yes, 1,000% yes to all that.
From your union job.
But I feel like that's a different level, right? Like that.
Yeah,
or like
no, that's different.
Coming back from the gym versus just not showering just and like playing video games for like 3 days. Like please no. Please no.
We're boring, Phil.
I listen.
What gingivitis is.
I did. And it's disgusting. I don't have gingivitis.
I don't have it.
No, because I didn't know what it was like exactly. It's just like fucking
a gum disease.
First of all, the mild forms is just inflamed gums, but like
Yeah.
it can get severe to the point where it's like you have gum, like it's bad.
Rot, like literally, like
Yeah.
you've heard of like crotch rot. You have mouth rot.
What the fuck is crotch rot, bro?
Amanda,
What kind of people are you hanging out with, Amanda?
I haven't. What is? I don't know if I
It's
want to know. What
literally
crotch
like you
rot
just
is.
have like bad smelling crotch.
Just shower. I've never heard of that in my life, dude. That's crazy.
Me
You can
either.
have like armpit
I mean,
rot.
I've heard of that, but like I don't. I've
It's
never heard
literally
of it
not like
referred to
rot.
that.
Like it's not literally you're not rotting, but like it just smells so bad. Like your armpits
No, ew,
or, like
I don't
smell
like
so bad.
it.
Like your
I don't like it.
like
No.
Please.
your mouth.
Please.
Like I don't know. I feel like me and my sister, like whenever we're talking about something, I'm like, ew, she had mouth rot, or like just
Yo,
ew.
I know what you're. Hold on.
Just-
It's like
I don't know.
it's like a nasty smelling breath,
yes, but
and
like,
it smells like they had a fucking steak like 14 days ago, and a piece of steak is like stuck in the back of their
That's
throat.
halitosis, bitch. That's halitosis. That's
How do you
called.
know what that's called,
Because
bro?
I've met people with it.
I'm just
and that's-
saying.
Halitosis. Fix
But
it.
like if I don't know, we're just like ew.
Fucking
She
floss your
smelled like-
teeth, you
I-
dirtbags.
Me and my sister, like I'm
Swish
like
some
ew.
fucking mouthwash around, bitch.
I'm like,
No, because
ew,
that's
this
not gonna get
girl-
it out of the teeth. Floss, motherfuckers.
Listen, I'm like, ew.
We're gonna
this
get a
girl smelled
fucking-
like she had crotch rot. Like I just can't even serve
I
her.
can't-
the
I
meal
can't
right
even-
now. Like
Please.
Oh, don't do that, bro.
I feel nauseous.
That's
I'm
gross,
queasy.
dude. Like you smelt it?
Like one time
Like, she
I
was just
served
at the table? You were
Yes,
serving
I
a
was
girl and you
serving
smelt her vagina.
She just had like this odor coming from her. And I
Was she
like,
homeless?
ew. No.
Amanda,
She was
I
a
went
normal
to
human.
I went to my sister's like, oh my god, like this girl smells like she has crotch rot, like at the table.
Please stop saying that.
Yeah, it makes me want to
Uncomfortable
gay.
and fucking nauseous. Please. I need a Zofran right
I
now.
can't believe you guys have never heard of crotch rot.
Please.
Like,
If you say it again, bitch, I am going to fight you. Please.
Okay.
I'm
I think we need to stop before Amanda starts fucking.
On that note.
I'm gonna vomit. Like, dude, that's
that's-
okay. Fine, I will not say
Um,
that anymore.
yeah, because I'll literally fight you. I feel like today was funny, but we talked a lot about a whole lot of nothing.
Oh, that's
I,
what to
I
say.
feel like we talked about
we
relationships,
we touched on some stuff.
love languages, gender
Okay.
roles. What do you even mean? We talked about so much.
Okay, I'm sorry, guys.
Very great content.
Sorry.
Okay, whatever.
Sorry.
Not Phil, like Phil's ending the podcast being like, "We suck."
Shut the fuck
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, fuck
We're
off.
fucking amazing. I understand, and we're gonna get a fucking sponsorship for like free dentals.
Oh my god. Hey,
Or feminine
TikTok,
hygiene products.
we need a water flosser on here to sponsor us. One of those water flossers.
I have
Yeah.
one.
Oh, water
on
flosser.
TikTok shop. Do they work?
Yeah, they're good.
Anyways, we can talk about this after.
All right. Peace.
So yeah.
Bye.